Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning, everyone. Let's begin today's lesson with this. Okay, ji. Assalamu alaikum once again, everyone. So I hope by now you all know what is our topic for today. And the topic is photosynthesis. Okay, so I believe that you all are having your books, workbooks, and a pencil in your hand. Am I right, everyone? Okay, let's begin. Okay, so for today, this is lesson number 3. Before I start the lesson, let's just quickly go through talk of the day, that is using good manners. Okay, good manners include saying please and thank you, listening to others, waiting for your turn, be very kind to everyone, and if you've done something wrong, we must say sorry and sharing our things with each and every person. So I hope from today onwards, you are going to practice all these good manners. I know that most of you have been doing them, but from now on, do them very religiously. Okay, my dear students, let's begin our class today. The plant world 3.1, unit number 3, it's photosynthesis. It's on your book, page number 18. So for today, we'll be learning about what is photosynthesis, equation of photosynthesis, and how does it take place in plants. So the very first question, that what is photosynthesis? After having a look at the video, I guess loads of things are clear to you, but I'll explain the process in detail as well. Before the process, if you remember your first class, we have studied that the study of animals is called zoology, remember? And now, another fact to know is that the study of plants is known as botany. Okay, some difficult words from this chapter. Photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, oxygen, energy, chlorophyll, glucose, and sunlight. So you have to learn these spellings of all these words. Don't forget. Photo. Photo means light, and synthesis means making stuff. And if we join these two words together, photosynthesis means making stuff using light. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants make their food using carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. So what are the 4 basic things, and chlorophyll as well, don't forget, right? I'll explain all these in detail as well, so don't worry. Photosynthesis is a process in which plant is going to make its own food. Let me give you an example. When you people are hungry, what do? You ask your mother's, Mama, I'm feeling hungry, please give me some food. So she brings food for you. But what about the plants? Have you ever wondered who is giving them the food? They are the ones who actually produce their own food, right? And that process in which they produce their own food is known as photosynthesis. And what are the 4 things, the 4 basic things that they require to make their food? That is water, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and chlorophyll. All these words are written on page number 18. You can also underline them. Okay, now look at the diagram on page number 19 or on the slide. I'll explain the process using this diagram, right? Starting from the sun. The sun is the source of energy, right? Providing the energy to the plant so that it can help the plant in the production of food. Now, not only the sunlight will be involved in this process, water is also a main source. Water from the soil is going to go up in the plant, combine with this sunlight in the presence of carbon dioxide that is coming from the air, and where the plant is going to produce the food. Another question that comes in our mind, which part of the plant is going to produce the food? So the plant part, this one, this green one, what do we call it? We call it as leaf. So leaves are the ones where the food is being prepared in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, water. And why or how does this leaf is going to make the food? In the presence of chlorophyll, right? Leaves, they contain a substance that we call it as chlorophyll. The chlorophyll changes the sunlight so it can be used by the plant. When the sunlight is mixed with carbon dioxide and water, it makes a type of sugar called glucose. And in return, not only glucose is produced, but oxygen is also released. And this oxygen is used by the animals. And these sugars, they are actually the food of the plant. Some of it is utilized inside the plant for its growth, and some of these sugars stay inside for future purposes, for future uses. Now, the plant draws up water through its roots. H2O is water. The leaves take in carbon dioxide from the air. The leaves trap energy from the sunlight. The plants use the energy of sunlight to turn water and carbon dioxide into sugars and oxygen. The plant releases this oxygen into the air, and the sugars are used by the plant for its growth. I hope it's clear, everyone. Isn't it easy and interesting how a plant is going to make its food? Now, once the process is clear, there is another thing, that equation of this process, like how this process is going on in actual. What we can see is that after some days, when we plant a tree, we see, oh wow, my plant has grown up. But what actually is going at the back end or inside the plant, or how it has grown up, from where it has taken the food, it's actually the process of photosynthesis. Just look at this equation. It's very important. You all have done it in your copies as well. Carbon dioxide plus water. When carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil, they both combine in the presence of light and chlorophyll, that's the green part of your plant, of your leaf, the green pigment, right? In the presence of light and chlorophyll, when carbon dioxide and water, they combine, they produce glucose, that's the food, and oxygen that is released in the air and then used by animals. And animals, when they release carbon dioxide in the air, that is obtained by this plant, adding water inside in the presence of light and chlorophyll, that's the sunlight. It produces its food and releases oxygen. So this is the actual process that is going inside the plant to prepare its food. You all have to memorize this with correct spellings, don't forget. Okay, let's do an activity that's there on your book, page number 21. I hope you all are having your books with you. Page number 21, match the terms on the left with the definitions on the right. So as I've explained the process of photosynthesis, I hope that you can easily match the definition with the given words. So the first one is photosynthesis. What have I told you in the beginning? That it's the process with which plants make their own food. So just join this photosynthesis, draw a line and match this photosynthesis with the last one, the yellow box, the process by which plants make their own food. Then comes chlorophyll. Now, what is chlorophyll? Yes, anyone? Can anyone answer me? Okay. I can see some people raising their hands. Yes, I am Sajid. Would you like to answer? Okay, I'll do it by myself. Okay, ji. Chlorophyll is a substance that turns sunlight into a form that can be used to help in making food, right? Then comes carbon dioxide. It's a chemical that plants take in from the air and use it to make food. Then comes the glucose, a type of sugar produced by the plants. And oxygen is a gas that plants give out and that humans breathe. I hope it's clear to everyone, right? You just need to match the words with their definitions. Now, coming towards the homework part, what you're going to do is that open your workbooks on page number 9 and page number 10. As I've explained the process, both the pages are really very simple. You are going to do them by your own self, right? And they're so easy, you can easily do them. Don't forget. This was the link of the video that I showed you in the beginning, so you can see it afterwards. Now, let's quickly revise what we have learned today. Photosynthesis. It is the process in which plants make food inside the leaves. What are the 4 things that are required by the plant for this process? They are water, carbon dioxide, sunlight, and chlorophyll. Now, if I ask you to define any 2 of these, that is glucose and chlorophyll, so how are you going to define them? Going back to page number 21, look at the activity that we just did, glucose and chlorophyll, both are written on this page. So what is a glucose? Glucose is a type of sugar produced by plants. And chlorophyll is a substance that turns sunlight into a form that can be used to help make food. So this means you have to learn the definitions of these as well. Clear, everyone? Let's go back to this slide and let's just quickly recall the process once again. This is the process of photosynthesis, right? Photo means light and synthesis means to make something. And when we combine it, what we get the process of making a food. Now, who is helping the plant to produce the food? Sunlight, carbon dioxide, water. When they all combine in the presence of chlorophyll, that is the green part of your leaf, what is going to be the byproduct or the end product, or what is going to be the result? The result is going to be the food, that is your glucose, or you can call them as sugars, and oxygen. This oxygen is released in the air for other animals. And when the animals breathe out, they give out carbon dioxide that is utilized in the process of photosynthesis. So I hope, my dear students, you are all clear with this. You have understood the process. Don't forget to do the homework on your workbook, page 9 and 10. And do try to draw this plant on your rough copies and try to label it by yourself. You won't be labeling the parts of this plant like this is the flower or this is the stem. No, not like that. You're going to label the process of photosynthesis like this one. You won't be writing sun over here. You'll be writing sunlight. What is coming from the air? It's carbon dioxide. What are the roots getting from the plants, from the soil? It's the water that they are extracting from this soil. Similarly, what is being produced? You won't write leaf over here. You'll be writing glucose or sugars. And what is being released in the air? That is going to be oxygen. So remember, you have to practice this diagram by labeling the parts or the process of photosynthesis. And then another thing that you will be doing as your homework is that you are going to practice this equation as well. You'll be practicing that which two things combine in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and then what are the end products? What are the results? The results are glucose, that's the food, and oxygen. And in the next class, I'll be asking you whether you have completed your homework or not. So for today, thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.